There are 4,500 acres of Blackberry Farm that border the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and we're protected here in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains on all sides.
What you see around us are some of the pastures and the meadows where our sheep roam, the sheep that we milk and make cheese from. We have 2 miles of trophy trout streams, some of the best fly fishing east of the Rocky Mountains. You see 7 acres of gardens and the garden shed behind us. This is where we harvest a majority of the produce that we use in our restaurants.
Foothills cuisine is something that we've been calling the cuisine here at Blackberry for some time. And what we try to do is include things that are inspired from the mountains, such as trout, ramps, watercress that's growing wild in the streams here. I think that we really enjoy letting that kind of dictate how we write the menu, as opposed to thinking about a bunch of things, writing a menu, and then telling the gardener to grow them. We actually let the gardener grow a lot of things and then write the menu around that. So that's how we get inspired about things. It could be the creek that we're inspired by. Just walking through a field and hearing leaves crack, we think about, okay, how can we mimic that texture on a plate?
Our team is committed to providing the finest service anywhere in the world, and yes is always the answer. I think if you looked at Blackberry Farm and Lexus customer experience, you would find that each of them are guests of that product. Blackberry Farm is known for its attention to detail, for a very unique experience for guests to come and spend time there. I think that Lexus offers that same ownership experience. We have 62 guest rooms, and so we range from our estate rooms, which are in the main and guest house, to individual cottage suites. We have 16 Hollyglade cottages, 14 Singing Brook cottages. Those are nestled over on the farmstead side of the property. And then our largest guest rooms are our hill cottages, 4 very luxurious individual guest rooms.
So the main house is where I was born, and today it remains the epicenter, the real heartbeat of the property, but also where our guests come for breakfast and lunch each day. Dinner's a whole nother experience. We transport our guests in the evenings to what we call the barn for a uniquely different dining experience. This barn dates back to 1802. It was a barn that we wanted to preserve a little bit of history and a little bit of story, so we found one, took it apart piece by piece, put it back together. When a guest comes to Tennessee, I want them to hear and feel and see and taste Tennessee.
The wine's a very, very big importance here at Blackberry. We have about 160,000 bottles here, and what we try to do is pair something unique with the menu. We do a different tasting menu each night.
The one thing that I would want them to share the most, I think, would be excitement about finding something unique and something that they hadn't experienced anywhere else in the world.
It's never been about the volume or the numbers. It's unique that such a collection of artisans, whether it be our cheesemaker, our gardeners, our butcher, our sommelier, our chefs, our chocolatier, our foragers, they're all found right here, and they're all available to our guests. They're all accessible and help define and create the Blackberry experience.